Bro, water tastes so good and you're like, y'all don't even drink enough of it. That's why you got a pimple face right now. But what's good, everybody? Welcome back to Beats Effects. First off, I really just want to give you guys a huge shout out for every single individual person who actually reached out to me personally on my last video. You know, it really did touch me a lot. Pause. It did help me feel good about myself and let me know that I am actually doing something good for the community. Because the few individuals that actually did reach out to me, they actually did come to me firsthand. They actually said, bro, I really appreciate your video because you actually did save me from signing up to that. So just to actually hear that there were actual people who were literally about to put their money into this until they watched my video, like that let me know so much. I'm really on this path of greatness right now. I'm elevating every single day, and like my personal goal every day is, you know, just to like get 1% better each day. And I'm doing that as the days go by, so you guys can grow as I grow and we can just all get this money together. To add on to that, this has been a really busy week for me, so you know, I kind of just want to get into it and let's get started. So one thing I do want to bring up to you guys first and foremost is that I actually created a Discord. You know, I put it on all my social medias and I'm not getting a lot of activity on it right now, but within my Discord I'm actually going to be making currency call-ups. I'm going to ask any type of currency questions that you guys have for me. I'm going to have the Discord available if you guys really want to be a part of it, have legitimate questions about certain currencies or anything like that you want me to research. Feel free to, you know, ask me for the link and I'll send it to you, and you know, you can join that and we can just all elevate together. But along with that being said, last week I was asking you guys to fill me in, like flood me with questions, any type of questions you did have about any currencies that you did want me to search from to put onto my video. Now, unfortunately, I did not expect to get as much questions as I actually did, so I had to do a lot of research on certain currencies. I couldn't do them all, I'm sorry. I'm gonna do them all just over time, y'all. We gotta grow one step at a time. But the currencies that I'm gonna be talking about today is NZD, AUDJPY, and USDJPY. And basically what I want to do with you guys is that I want to backtrack my previous week on working with these currencies and, you know, just telling you how it's looking for next week, so maybe you guys can actually get in on some. Like I said, I hate editing because it takes forever, so I'm just going to get straight into the video. For starters, NZD was a very, very, very profitable week for me. Throughout the week, it was pretty much bullish. You know, I'm actually going to try to pull up screenshots for my phone, but for the most part, I'm still trying to figure out how to edit, okay? So work with me. But for the most part, I was very profitable on NZDUSD. I do remember that the night of Thursday transitioning into Friday, the US dollar just completely plummeted. Now see, this was really nothing major. You know, if you're kind of an amateur trader and you're just kind of getting into the mix, you're gonna see that and you're gonna probably be shocked, or you're gonna probably feel some type of way, and you're just gonna lose your mind. One thing I gotta tell you guys, when that happens, you just gotta shrug it off because you just gotta learn how to read these charts. The charts isn't really that hard, it just takes time. But like I said, the US dollar completely plummeted, and this was actually highly expected for it to work into my favor because I was actually swing trading. For those of you that don't really know what swing trading is, it's basically when you just place a trade and you kind of just hold it sometimes for like days at a time, and you know, you just wait for it to hit your take profit. Like I said, although that NZD was actually pretty bullish, the overall trend is actually going to be bearish, and I want you guys to actually understand that. A key little trick that I actually learned over time is that, you know, it's kind of a basic rule, but you kind of definitely want to follow the trend. You know, always follow the trend. So if the trend is going bearish, you always just want to wait for bearish opportunities. Me personally, I've been doing this for quite some time now, so I'm okay with actually getting in on some pullbacks and other type of flag. When I see flag patterns or I see any type of wedges or anything like that, you know, I do tend to get in on those small little trades. But if you are an amateur and, you know, you are just getting into the mix, I highly advise you just stick to the trend, and, you know, overall you'll be okay. But like I said, the overall trend of NZD/USD was bearish, so I did attack a lot of bearish entries. Now, the way that I spotted these entries was that I mainly looked at the 4 hour. You know, I usually trade off of like the 5 minute or the 1 hour, or, you know, I was catching a lot of scalpings off of the 5 minutes, but for the most part, I was messing with it through the hour. And the way that I found these setups was basically like, I'm pretty sure pretty much every trader does this. Like, you start off at the 4 hour and you kind of just look for higher highs or lower lows being formed. And after that happens, you know, you kind of just expand from there. And that is how I started it. But the way that I did NZD/USD, the way that I actually started that specific pair, because there was so much questions about that pair, I actually wanted to look at it from the daily and then the weekly before I simmered it down to the 4 hour, if that makes sense. It should. I'm not being confusing at all. Overall, I didn't really get to trade NZD/USD as much as I really wanted to, due to the flooded amount of questions that you guys just sent me. So, you know, it's just overall, I didn't have enough time throughout the whole week to, you know, actually just pay attention to it. I had to look at other currency pairs. But the days that I actually was profitable off of it was Tuesday, Thursday, and transitioning into Friday. Now, I don't know where you are in the world watching this, but where I'm at, the market actually closes at 6 p.m. Where I was previously, the market closed at 3 p.m. on Friday. So it actually gives me a little bit of an advantage because I have an additional 3 hours to actually, you know, get some scalps in before the market closes. So, you know, that's just a little fun fact about me. And for the foreseeable future, NZDUSD is actually looking to be quite bearish. So for those of you that are watching this video now, be on the lookout for that because there's going to be a lot of profits in the way. Just a little cheat code about this pair, and I thought you guys should know. I actually personally trade this pair on a daily basis. You know, this is one of my go-to pairs if I'm being 100% honest with you. So the fact that I got this question, you know, about this pair so much actually made me feel good about myself because I knew I was going to kill it on this subject. Another reason why I was so successful at trading this pair was honestly because not only that it is one of my go-to pairs, but you know, pretty much every trade that I actually do, no matter what type of pair it is, you have to use smart risk management, man. I cannot stress to you how many times me personally, I've tried to force trades and I've tried to actually, you know, just wait for it and it never hits. It just gets worse. The situation just turns out terrible and it just makes you look dumb in the end. So, you know, overall, just be smart with your finances, be smart with your risk management, and, you know, really think about finding the patterns before you actually get into a trade. Because just because I personally know what I'm doing, I myself can tell you straight up, like, I am no professional. I am no guru at this. I take losses just like every other person in this world. I am a retail trader, okay? I don't move the market. I just move it by little increments. And that's basically what it is. So next pair that we're going to actually end up talking about is USDJPY. Now USDJPY, personally, I hate this pair. This is one of my worst pairs. Me and this pair never have gotten along even since the first time I ever started trading. I feel like the reason personally I just can't catch any dubs on this trade, on this currency pair, I'm sorry, is because I just don't understand the Japanese currency. Like it's kind of confusing to me. Not to say that, you know, it's confusing to everybody else. It's just, you know, I'm human. I'm no guru. You know, I make mistakes just like everybody else. It's just personally, it's hard for me to understand the Japanese currency. Like for some reason, it'll go away. It'll be very bullish and I'll see that it's bullish and I'll get in on it. And then for some reason, now it wants to be bearish. But overall, I couldn't catch any actual profits off of that. You know, I did catch a little bit of here and there, but nothing really major to the point where it was like, oh my gosh, you know, I was forcing trades. I was getting in at the wrong time. It's just overall, for me personally, it was not the best trading week for USDJPY, and I personally don't advise you to mess around with it if you're following my advice, if you're following my Discord, and if you're following any type of answers that I am giving you guys. However, I want you guys to understand, like I said a couple minutes ago, just because I'm not good at this pair does not mean that I don't want you to focus on it on your own timing. And just because I'm not catching profits off of it doesn't mean that the next person isn't going to. So don't compare my every little move to yours. I just suck at this pair, and that's just what it is. But nonetheless, there were setups and I did see them. I just caught them at the very, very wrong time. Reason why I felt like I don't catch any real profits off of that is because all throughout last week, it was just really choppy. And for those of you that don't really understand what I'm saying when I say choppy, it's basically meaning that the market is just consolidating. Now, if you're still kind of behind on when I say it's consolidating, first off, pick up a damn book. And secondly, consolidation basically means when like the market is just doing this. You know, it's kind of just going up and down, up and down, up and down. There's no specific direction for you to actually catch which way it's going to go. This actually means that you're not going to be able to actually catch any swing trades or catch any scalps. But overall, if you're talking about swing trading or anything like that, you know, it's just not going to happen because the market's going like this, up and down, up and down, up and down. But overall, USDJPY, personally, I have seen some profitable setups for next week. If you guys did want to actually check those out and actually get in on those, I highly advise you to. Like I said, don't take my word for it. Look at it yourself. On to next pair. So for our next pair, we're actually going to talk about AUDJPY. Now for AUDJPY, I roughly didn't start using that pair until about late Tuesday. I had some other stuff going on throughout the days, so I didn't really get to touch it until late Tuesday. But the second I got in, it was just like, bro, I instantly started to see instant setups and it really just made me feel good about myself. And I was just like, oh yeah, I can't wait to make this video. But like I said, almost immediately I started to see points of entries and I was just looking at, I was trying to swing it for a little bit, but for the most part, I wanted to scalp it. And overall throughout the week, it was pretty bearish. And I'm pretty sure for the foreseeable future on next week, it's actually gonna also be bearish. So again, if you do wanna actually check it out, I highly advise you to. Don't just take my word for it, guys. I really want you to do your own personal research on this stuff. I'm just giving you the calls and the checks about the previous week. But this isn't something I'm gonna do all the time. I'm actually gonna give you guys updates for the future week. And the reason why I do that is because I want you guys to actually watch the video and then you can actually look at it yourself to the point where you can actually, see if I was right or not. We all know I'm gonna be right. No, I'm just playing. I'm a retailer. Unfortunately, I didn't get to look at this pair as highly as much as I wanted to because I had to do other currency calls and other currency updates for you guys. But like I said, throughout the week, it was pretty profitable. The days that I really got to focus on it, like really was Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And throughout this day, I was just seeing a lot of head and shoulders, a lot of double tops being formed just on the scalping, the 5 minutes. But overall, I was really rocking with it on the hour time frame. The overall trend for this was bearish. So if you guys want to look at that for next week, maybe it's gonna change, maybe not. Just keep on the lookout for them head and shoulders. Keep on the lookout for those double tops. Keep on the lookout for all those other flag patterns, all them other. And it's actually for the foreseeable future. Next week, AUDJPY is actually projected to be bullish, I believe. I can't be 100% sure because I'm just a retailer. But I am highly confident to say that AUDJPY is going to be very bearish come next week. And overall, that is going to conclude this video because I have nothing else to really tell you guys. I just wanted to use this video strictly and solely for the currency updates from last week that you guys have given me. And I just want to ask you guys right quick, if you guys do mess with these type of currency check videos, I can drop these as little as, once every week or once every 2 weeks. I do things outside of YouTube. I am a pretty busy guy. So most likely it's going to be once every other week. But if you guys do really rock with the currency checks and the currency call-ups, I will improve them as I go. It's just right now, I just kind of wanted to test the waters just to see if you guys do rock with, the information that I'm giving you. I know it wasn't crazy, but it was something to at least give you an insight. So maybe now you can actually go look at it for yourself. Look at it for yourself, do the research. Nobody's gonna give you the answers. The money just hit different when you work for it, bro. When you actually grind and you actually pursue something that you really wanna do, people actually do love that. But overall, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna leave my information down below. Hit that subscribe button because I know a lot of you just watch my videos and you don't even like to hit the subscribe button. Y'all are so weird, bro. I don't even know why. And with all that being said, make sure you hit me with some more questions because I absolutely do love doing research for you guys because it just actually helps me to help you. And I love helping other people, man. It just puts a different type of smile on my face. It makes me feel happy on the inside. But with all that being said, you guys have an amazing day. Make sure you elevate every day. We get 1% better each and every day. And if you woke up today and you did not smile, what are you doing? All right, y'all, I gotta go work out. So I'm out. Love y'all. And tune in next week.